These are the radical Republicans. And why do they call them radical? Because they want you to think that being a Republican was a bad idea. Greetings, everyone. This is the 10 o'clock scholar. I'm going to talk about the insanity of these Democrats. So hold on to your seats. Sit down if you're a Democrat. This might shock you into reality. I was just strolling, and I heard something about these Democrats upset with this voting rights bill. I said, let me listen and see what they're talking about. This was the Congressional Black Caucus, and what they said was about to make me sick. I was about to throw up. I said, let me inform the community what's going on with these people. First off, they're their own worst enemy. Yes, I said it. These Democrats, these so-called black Democrats, are their own worst enemy. And they will never get anywhere. They will never get anywhere because they're always apologizing for being who they are. And they always saying, it's not just about black people. They always say that. If it's not just about black people, why are you organized as a black caucus? Why do you call yourself black? You go because you don't know who you are. You're still a slave. You're still promoting a dead system. A democracy is a dead system. It's not for you. Let's talk about democracy for a minute. This country was founded on a republic. This is our republic. We owned it. We own this republic. They stole it. So this time in 1860, we was taking it back. They called it radical because we weren't supposed to fight and take back what's ours. That's why they call us radicals. But look at these very dignified, distinguished men. Did that look crazy to you? No. They knew who they are. Unlike you, they said this is our nation. This is our country. We're taking it back. You stole it. They weren't talking about being no Democrats. Let me talk about Democrats for a minute. It's just a few Democrats in the history of this country. I counted 13. The most notable was Andrew Jackson. What did he do? He led the Trail of Tears, or the Indians, they call them. That was you. You was Moors before they called you Indians. And now that you call yourself black, you don't know you were the Indians they were shooting. Yeah, you didn't know that because they hid that from you. Then other Democrats, you had people like Pierce, 14th president. Jackson was the 7th. Then you had Pierce, Buchanan, 14th and 15th. Moving on down, you had people like who's this 24th president? It wasn't that many. Put it like that. Then you had the 28th president is Woodrow Wilson. Yeah, he was the most disgusting because he brought about the black codes, which was the re-enslavement. Yeah, in the 1920s, he the one responsible for those destroying our cities. All those, all of our cities that we was the majority. We was the we was the elite, if you want to say it like that. We controlled the money in those cities. All the cities, not just some of them. It wasn't just about the Black Wall Street, Oklahoma, and Florida. Every city we control, every city we was in, we prospered because we had our own community. Oh, don't forget Lincoln now. Lincoln brought the Republic back. Lincoln, the Republic. Republic is another word for being, for lack of a better word, black control. And they got you so confused you think being Democrat is black. Democrats was the people who tried to steal the country, you dummy. Democrat was the Southern people who took the government. Go study your history books. You're so stupid. You're so ignorant. It's a crime for y'all to be so ignorant in this time. You don't study. You don't know your history. If you do, you just criminalizing and lying to the people. And I think that's more the case. I think you know the history. You just want to lie to the people. You just want to lie to the people, you liars. Yeah, all y'all. So you just had a few Democrats, count them up, ain't that many. The most evil presidents was a Democrat. Woodrow Wilson, he sold the country out, took us to war, brought in the black codes where he showed the birth of a nation, the KKK. He showed that in the White House. Now, there was one Republican that sold us out, and that was Hayes back in the 1877 election. He took the troops from down south. In other words, Titan was the Democrat. The vote was, he had the public vote, but they didn't have the college vote. So they said, I'll tell you what, if y'all remove the troops, he telling Hayes, you remove the troops from the South, the federal troops who are protecting us in the South, we'll give you the votes. You can be president. That was a Republican, the only one who sold out. And you think it's bad to have troops in the South? Look, that's when everything started because nobody would protect us when they removed the troops. And now you crying because they got troops? That's your protection. Look how the crime decreased with the troops coming in, or ICE, whatever you want to call them. Y'all people is dumb. Y'all dumb. So my mission is to undumb you, bring you back to your sanity. That's why this channel is named the Sane Society. Because you have no idea of this history of this country. No idea. Another demonic Democrat was FDR. Oh, he really made the government big. He responsible for you being on Social Security. You think that's a good thing? No, the government not supposed to be taking care of you. This rich as this country is, you got billionaires and hundreds of them. And all these people walking around talking about my Social Security check. Ain't something wrong with that? Do you think something wrong with you got a country with all these millionaires and billionaires and you fighting for your little $2,000 check. That's programming they did. That's FDR did that. Made y'all beggars of your own government. FDR, he was in there for 3 terms almost. A Democrat. That's when y'all start going Democrat. Because it's a liberal agenda. Gimme, 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 gimme. $13. Oh, Grover Cleveland. That's the one I was trying to think of. Grover Cleveland, 22nd and 24th president. He was a Democrat. All the people who sold the country out was Democrats. And I just named just a few of them. Okay, Carter. Carter was a Democrat. Now, Kennedy was a Democrat, but he came with a Republican agenda. Listen. Because he was going to get rid of the big government, get rid of the Federal Reserve, which is a con game to keep you paying money, keep paying taxes. And he was going to make the gold have gold and silver. That's what you're supposed to be using, gold and silver. That's not a Democratic agenda. That's a Republican agenda. But the Republican was corrupted, so he came in under the Democrats. And he was going to really change this country. That's why he was killed. Because he was giving your wealth back, giving your republic back. Who other Democrats you got that sold us out? Clinton. Oh, he made prison an industry. Before, prison was very controlled. It was all operated by the state. They had rules and regulations. It wasn't for profit. He made it a business. So they got to keep the prison fields to get money. That's why all these brothers locked up in prison. It's a business. It ain't about you innocent or you guilty. They got to fill the prisons. Oh, Johnson. Don't forget Johnson. That scoundrel. What he did was he responsible for you not having no health care. They privatized religion, churches. He privatized health care. Yeah. When we was had these campaigns for voting, the church was a very important part of the civil rights movement because the church was the backbone of it. But then it was private. So Johnson came up with a bill that why you got your 501c3, made it public. That's why the churches lost their power. They can't speak out anymore. It's part of the government. So I'm just telling you how they destroyed our communities. And you have supported it because you don't know who you are. And you keep saying it's not just for black folks. That's why you ain't got nothing. You want everybody else to be a part of your agenda. You're stupid. And I'm telling you this as an elder, looking at the children, saying you have done nothing for them. You should listen to Elijah Muhammad. At least you have a generation of intelligent people. More science as well. Then the only hope we have. And I think they should come together. Now, Farrakhan, he had his chance. He hasn't done anything in 50 years almost. 50 years, this man ain't done nothing but talk and stole from the people. Destroyed the nation. So the good elements, those who know what Elijah Muhammad taught and follow his teaching, y'all need to come together with the Moorish Science Temple and bring something for our children. That's all I got for right now. I'm just upset at these Negroes still talking about Democracy Party. They sold us out. They selling themselves out. Stupid, ignorant people. All these Republicans, you still talking about you a Democrat. We come from the Republic. Lincoln was the party of the Republic. Democrats was the KKK. The Democrats was the KKK. Don't believe me. Do your own research, dummy. Remember Stage Sanford? He always called his nephew dummy. And I'm saying it to you because I care for y'all people. Yeah, I know we've done some silly things, but just study and do your research. Don't be a dummy. A dummy is somebody who just believes everything they hear. Stop being a dummy.